Lotus Petals, welcome back. So today we're going to do a Thanksgiving look. And Thanksgiving, I think pumpkin pie, I think cranberry sauce. So we're gonna go with like a cranberry eye with maybe a touch of pumpkin pie. So rather than beat around the bush, let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to prime my face, and then I'm going to prime my eyelids, and then we're going to get into some eyeshadow, y'all. And if I am looking a little rough around the edges, I am sorry. Holidays, at work, y'all, they are serious. We are talking crazy people come in where I work. And it's just insane. Alright, that's all done. I'm telling you, like, it has been crazy. And I don't even know why. Honestly, I mean, it's a turkey, people. They run around all year going gobble, 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 and nobody cares about them until Thanksgiving. And then, when you run out of them, it's this horrible thing. I don't even understand. Like, it's a bird. And granted, we eat turkey all year round because we eat ground turkey instead of ground beef. But it's just, it amazes me. The way some grown people, and I say grown people as if they act grown, but they don't. They act like children over a bird. A bird that would drown itself if it were left outside in the rain. So, it's just been crazy. And I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to just sit down and talk and do my makeup and not focus on the silly things like grown folks getting angry over a flightless bird that would drown itself. Just being 100. Like, that's all there is. I mean, So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into my Essence Spice Up Your Life palette. If you guys remember, I reviewed this a few weeks back. And I'm just going to use Vanilla Bean to set my eyes. All the way up to the brow bone. And I'm knocking stuff over. I'm really not myself right now, you guys. Like, this time of year is always really rough for me. And the last couple of years, well, this year and last year, it's been harder. Because the house that we live in, it was my grandmother's house. And she raised me. Like, you know how they say you only get one mom? Well, for most people that might be true, but I was lucky enough that I had 4. And my grandmother was I'm not going to cry. My grandmother was very much one of my moms. And I lost her. I'm going to go into the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette, and I'm going to pick up Charm. And I'm just going to start working that in the crease. But, yeah, she was very much one of my moms. So it was very difficult losing her and living in her house. I guess you could say, like, the last Thanksgiving and this Thanksgiving, like, it's kind of hard because I want to be able to share it with her, and she's not here to share it with. So this time of year can be difficult. And it's always hard when we're missing a loved one. Both of my grandmothers have passed on. So I would really love to share this time of year, these holiday meals and stuff with both of them, and I can't. So this time of year gets really hard for me, and like a lot of people this time of year, I can definitely succumb to depression. So I'm going to dip back into the Spice Up Your Life palette, and I'm going to dip into the red shade Cha Cha Sriracha and blend that into Charm so we can start getting that pumpkin pie vibe going. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to set up my other light. There we go. I feel like that was needed. So this time of year is really hard, and I'm just missing, very much missing loved ones who are no longer with us. Okay. He's got his choo-choo, and he's just back there just having a blast. So I'm dipping back into Charm and just going back over that just to orange it back out some, because that Cha Cha Sriracha is kind of a potent red. And I don't want it to be too red. I want it to be orange. And kind of work that up toward the brow bone. Alright, with a semi-fluffy brush, I'm going to go into Dominatrix from the Androgyny palette and kind of deepen up. Okay, very much deepen up. I forgot how pigmented this was. Deepen up that outer edge. You know, the holidays can be tough on everybody, and I'm not, you know, I don't want to minimize, like, anything anybody's been through. Like, I know, like, the fires have been going on in California, and those have been devastating. And some of my favorite YouTubers were out of their homes because of them, and my heart just absolutely went out to them. I can't imagine, like, being away from your home for days and not knowing if it was still there, what was going on. I can't even begin to imagine. So fortunately, I think everybody's back in their homes now. Mind you, we don't have cable. We aren't cable TV people. We're not TV people. We have Netflix and Hulu. And that's how we keep ourselves entertained, because we work too much between YouTube and work to actually watch TV. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this crease. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know cutting the crease is one of my favorite things to do. Oh God, I've got concealer on my eyes and I can't find, there it is. I was going to say I can't find the brush that I used to cut my crease. Alright, now I'm going to take a flat packing brush. And I'm going to go into Fetish from the Androgyny palette. And I'm going to pack that on the outer third. And what are your plans for Thanksgiving? Well, I have to work Thanksgiving Day until 5. And then Christopher is picking me up from work. And then we are going to his auntie's house. I'm going to take another flat packing brush and I'm going to dip into Spiced Apple Cider out of the Essence Spice Up Your Life palette, and I'm going to work that into the center. I'm going to go into Curry in a Hurry out of the Spice Up Your Life palette. I'm going to pack that on top of the other one because I want more gold. Yes, I like that better. In fact, I think I'm going to take some frosting out of Androgyny and just spike that a little more. Yes. And then I think I'm going to take Fetish again and go back into that inner corner. Or that inner third. I think we're just going to do a halo eye, guys. Which is something I very rarely do. And we're just going to blend those edges right between. Then going to take a flat packing brush, and I'm going to dip into Deja Vu in the Androgyny palette. I'm going to pack that right over Fetish, just on the outer portion, not the inner portion. And then grab that other flat packer, and I'm going to wet it a little and dip into frosting one more time. Just to bring that gold back forward. I'm digging that. That's a pretty good start. I'm just going to take a small brush and brush away the fallout. Pop on a headband. I'm going to go ahead and put a liquid highlighter on a high point before I put on foundation. And I'm going to blend that out with a brush today. And I've said this before in another video. I can't remember which one. But I prefer my glow to be in the winter. Guys, pardon my dog. He does not like when I film. Like, I allow him to be in the room with me, but he hates it because he's not getting the attention. And then going to use the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Longwear Foundation. This is in Natural Beige 40, which is my current shade. And I'm going to blend that out with a brush as well. Why? Because I didn't wet my sponges before sitting down to do this. And I don't feel like getting up and doing it right now. Because yet again, holidays have me just worn out from work. And like, I don't mean to sound like a bah humbug, but it ain't even Thanksgiving yet. Like, we ain't even sat down and carved no daggone bird. And they're already playing Christmas music on the radio. Like, why? I love Christmas. I do. Genuinely. It's one of my favorite holidays of the year. But, like, can we enjoy Halloween and Thanksgiving before I'm expected to, like, put up a tree and start caroling? So let's go ahead and conceal, because this under eye situation is something special. And the brush I've been leaning towards for my concealer still is the Luxie 140 Detailed Taper Blending Brush, because I can get it right in that hollow right there. And like, it doesn't like blend out perfectly. I still have to go back with a sponge and tap it out a little bit. But I like that it like gets into that little hollow there. Because that and right under my eyes is my darkest areas. And I'd really like that covered up. Before that has a chance to crease, I'm going to grab my Physicians Formula powder. It's the Mineral Wear Talc Free Correcting Powder in Creamy Natural. And you guys, I'm just setting, I'm not baking. My eyes are too dry underneath, I can't bake. Now I'm going to take my Mary Kay powdered foundation, and do I have a kabuki? Where's my kabuki? I've lost my kabuki. It's running around here somewhere. There's my kabuki. And it's actually a Mary Kay kabuki. I had to like ghetto-fy it a little bit because I broke it. But I'm just going to set the rest of my face with the powder foundation. I'm going to use it to blend that under eye, because I don't want bright triangular streaks under my eyes. I do want some brightening, but I don't want to look like a clown. He's playing. Alright, that done. I'm going to finish the eyes. I'm going to use a small pencil brush, and I'm going to dip into Fetish, and I'm going to run that along the lower lash line. I'm going to bring it up to meet Fetish on the outer corner. I'm just going to drag that almost all the way across, leaving just the inner corner. And with a teeny tiny little packer brush, I'm going to dip into frosting. I'm going to put that right on that inner corner on the under eye. And I'm going to take a small fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into Safe Word. And I'm going to just smoke that out. I'm going to get out my $5 highlighter palette. You guys know I love this. I'm going to take that same teeny tiny little brush and I'm going to dip into the pinky hued highlighter in here. I'm going to pop that for my inner corner highlight. I cannot tell you guys enough how much I love this teeny tiny palette. Okay, it's not teeny tiny, but I do love this palette. Best highlighters I've ever bought, and they were so well priced. Then I'm going to dip into my e.l.f. Duo in Fiji. I'm just going to use a big brush and dip into the bronzer contour shade in there. And just hit that hollow. This is almost too ashy for me right now. But it is one of my favorite duos, one of my favorite contour shades. So, you guys know how much I love makeup, but I never wear it to work. So for Thanksgiving, I'm actually going to have to wear my makeup to work for the first time. Okay, I'm going to pull out my Tarte blush in Quirky. Really pretty color. I'm just going to brush that on my cheeks. So this will be a first for me because I don't ever wear makeup to work because it gets very hot where I work and it can be a pain. Alright, now I'm going to throw on some highlighter and I'm going to use the peachy tone one in the palette. Setting spray. Guys, if you recognize this bottle, this is my new go-to. Alright, I'm going to throw on some liner and lashes and I'll be back. And there's the finished look, guys. Threw on some lashes, liner, mascara, and threw on a nude lip just to tie everything together. Let the hair down, and happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for watching. Those of you that continue to watch, subscribe, like, share, click the notification bell. Up there's a playlist. I love you guys so much. I don't want to take away any more from your holidays. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I'll see you soon. Bye.